Hey everyone! Before we dive in, make sure you hit subscribe so you don't miss these intense, real-life stories. And don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments. I want to hear what you would have done in my shoes. It all started with a text that made my chest tighten instantly. I had been lying in bed scrolling through my phone, expecting the usual good night from her. Instead, I saw something that felt like a punch straight to the gut. Can't make it tonight. Something came up. Sorry, love. The thing is, she'd told me just hours before that she was staying late at the office, finishing up some reports. She'd laughed, telling me not to wait up. That laugh should have reassured me. But when I saw that text, something inside me twisted. I stared at it for a long time, rereading it, trying to convince myself I was overreacting. A little voice in my head whispered, "What if she's lying?" I brushed it off at first. Maybe she was tired. Maybe there really was an unexpected emergency. But that night, I couldn't sleep. I checked her location once, twice, nothing concrete. Just vague signals that didn't match her story. My chest tightened every time my phone buzzed. The next few days, little things started piling up. Missed calls she didn't hear, messages that were quickly deleted, a faint smell of something unfamiliar on her scarf. I found myself analyzing every memory, every conversation, searching for signs I had ignored. I even questioned myself. Am I being paranoid? Is this me projecting? But deep down, the feeling wouldn't leave me. Then came Thursday night. She said she was going to a friend's dinner, a last-minute work thing, she claimed. I didn't call her out. Not yet. Instead, I sent a simple text. Hope the dinner goes well. Be safe. It wasn't accusatory. Just a little nudge. But the way she replied made my stomach drop. It was quick, clipped, defensive even. I told you it's just dinner. Stop overthinking. I felt my pulse spike. That reaction wasn't normal. And then I noticed something. Her phone buzzed once, and she quickly silenced it, glancing at me with a smile that didn't reach her eyes. Something in me shifted. I knew I needed to know the truth. I waited until she left the house for this supposed dinner. Then I opened her messages hesitantly, guilt gnawing at me. But what I found was undeniable. There were texts, late-night messages full of inside jokes, plans that weren't meant for me, and the address. She wasn't at a friend's place. She was somewhere else entirely. I didn't know whether to confront her immediately or gather more proof. My mind raced with anger, confusion, heartbreak. I remembered the little things. The way she laughed at my jokes differently. The way she avoided my eyes at dinner. The small scent of someone else lingering faintly on her jacket. Every detail now screamed at me. That night, I didn't wait. I sent her a text. I know where you are. We need to talk. Her phone buzzed in my hand. Minutes later, her call came. I didn't answer. I watched her frantic messages come through, each one dripping with panic and guilt. And then she changed plans. Suddenly, she said she'd be home in 10 minutes. The lie unraveled instantly, and I could feel the tension in her messages, the shift from casual excuses to defensive fear. When she arrived, we sat down in the living room. The air was thick with unspoken words. I tried to stay calm, though my hands shook. Why didn't you tell me the truth? I asked softly, almost breaking. She looked down, tears glistening in her eyes. I didn't want to hurt you. I didn't think it mattered at the time. The words hit me like ice water. It wasn't just about betrayal. It was a lie. The deliberate hiding of moments we had shared. The intimacy I had trusted her with. I felt my anger flare, then ebb into a hollow ache. I loved her, and I hated her at the same time. For a long time, we just sat there, the silence heavy and suffocating. I don't know if I can just forget this, I whispered. I know, she said. I'm sorry. I messed up. The emotional fallout wasn't immediate. Days later, I still found myself replaying moments in my head. The laughter that now felt hollow, the warmth that now felt distant, the touch that now felt like a lie. But in that pain, I found clarity. Trust isn't easily rebuilt, and love doesn't erase betrayal overnight. I realized something vital. I could choose bitterness, or I could choose to reclaim my life. I started small, setting boundaries, demanding honesty, and Most importantly, listening to my own instincts. The heartbreak didn't disappear, but slowly, I learned that self-respect could coexist with love, and sometimes leaving space for truth is the only way forward. She stayed, we talked, we worked on us. But I never forgot that night, that text, that instant when lies were exposed and the fragility of trust became real in my hands. It was a lesson in vigilance, in courage, and in the painful beauty of facing reality, no matter how much it hurts. So, if you've ever doubted your intuition or wrestled with a gut feeling about someone you love, trust yourself. Pay attention. Don't ignore the little things. They're often the first whispers of a much bigger truth. And again, before you go, hit subscribe for more stories like this. And share your thoughts in the comments. How would you have handled the moment the truth hit you?